just got off work. Oh yeah, no, I'm really happy I just got off work. I'm so like beyond ecstatic. We were really slow today. Like I'm a server and it was insane and I did not walk out with half as much as I needed. So I'm so glad I'm off because we were so slow and I'm terrible because I can't if we're dead I can't work. Like if I'm sitting down I'm done. I'm just done. I have to be busy. I have to constantly be moving, or I'm done with a shift, and I'm like, okay, it's time to go home. It's time to go home. Bye, guys. And the other coworkers love it because we're so slow that every server that goes home means more money in the or means any money in their pocket really. So I was like, peace, and they were like, peace, and I was gone. I was gone, and so, so very glad. And I only have 2 weeks left there. I'm at IHOP now, but I'm quitting. Or I put in my quit. 2 weeks notice. I'm at this Friday. Not I think next Friday. I'm done. I think. Yeah, next Friday. So I don't have very much time left at all. It's gonna be weird not working at IHOP anymore. It's been my life for the last six, 6 or 7 months. But I'm working at a much higher end restaurant now. It's like an actual fine dining establishment. Never worked in fine dining before, but I'm really excited. Um, and I can't. I already told you about that. You know what? I told you about that. I told you about that in my new jobs video. Oh wow. But anyway, I'm so excited. Um, but I think today I want to talk about like my favorite TV series of all time. Well, actually, my top three of all time. Or actually, it's my four, but it's mainly about two of them. Okay, so my top four series of all time are Doctor Who, Sherlock, and Merlin. And if you've ever been on Tumblr and looked up one of them, you kind of get all three kind of bundled together. Um, because they're all three of them are really great British TV series. Doctor Who and Sherlock have a couple of the same writers, or have a common writer. They're both done by Stephen Moffat, or at least Sherlock one episode a season is, but there's only 3 episodes a season. It's three different writers, 3 different episodes a season, and they're an hour and a half each, and each writer does one episode. At least that's the way I heard about it. Tell me if I'm wrong. But anyway, Doctor Who also has Stephen Moffat. He's the main writer for the series, at least nowadays. He started getting big with, what's his face? Matt Smith, who happens to be my favorite. Anyway, but Doctor Who's my all-time favorite. Merlin, I really, really like, but it's done. So I've watched it. I'm not very good at watching series again twice. But anyway, Doctor Who's my favorite series. Now, in my favorite series, the fourth one is Sailor Moon, and that's the reason that one's my favorite is because it's my childhood. But I don't. If you haven't seen Doctor Who, it's about a guy that travels in a big blue block, saving the universe throughout space and time. Basically, the easiest, quickest way to describe it. It's not everything. It's not nearly descriptive enough to describe how wonderful and beautiful it is, but it's the quickest way. And if you haven't seen Sailor Moon or haven't heard of it, it's a series about a girl who transforms and protects her city, slash the world. But it really all takes place in Tokyo, so obviously it's really just Tokyo. But really you should have heard of it. It's one of the biggest cartoons from the 90s out there that's non-American. Doctor Who, it's my favorite series, but I haven't watched the most recent season. I haven't finished it. And for the longest time, I couldn't figure out why I haven't sat down and watched the series. And I just realized a couple days ago that it has something to do with, like, when I first started watching it, my ex-boyfriend introduced it to me, Adam, and it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that we're exes. It's just, when he introduced it to me, I was a very sad person. Like, I just was depressed all the time, and like, if you asked my friends, they would have thought I was a really happy person. And like, I was talking to a couple friends the other day, actually, John and Jeremy at the amusement park, who I was at the amusement park with yesterday. I was talking to them about it. They're like, "You're always happy." I was like, "No, I just always seemed happy." In high school, I wasn't really as happy as all of my friends thought I was, but they all thought I was just the happiest person on earth. And so Doctor Who, when Adam introduced it to me senior year, I loved it because it was this idea that, like, my life that I wasn't 100% thrilled with, and like all of the crap that I had to deal with, and so a guy sweeps a random person away to travel the universe and see the most amazing, beautiful, miraculously gorgeous things, and I was like, I'd give anything to get torn away from this world, be able to go see everything and anything, something so much more than what I have here. It was just like, I was like, I could be taken anywhere. I could be anything, or I could do anything. I could save anyone. I could save everyone. I could be a hero in some other galaxy. I could see things that I couldn't even imagine being possible. And it was all of this stuff. And I was like, I'd give anything to be chosen by this man, to travel the world with him, to guard it with him. And so, and to me, that hated my life, that hated myself, who wanted to get away and be someone else, that series was everything. I held on to this hope that he'd come and get me, even though I knew it was all fictional and knew it was all fake. I held on to this hope that he'd come and get me. And now that I have everything, I don't have everything I wanted, but I have everything that I need to be happy. I have friends that care about me, aka Brittany, who you saw in the previous videos, and my other friend Brittany, who's turning 21 today, and Jonathan and Jeremy and Danielle and everybody. Now that I have that all, and a job that I enjoy, and a career that I know I want, and everything, I don't need a man that'll pick me off my feet and take me away to another world and like sitting down and watch the series. I don't need that anymore, because I don't need to imagine I'm with him out there saving it all. And like, I'll sit down and finish it when I have free time, but I'm in no rush anymore, because I don't need to sit there and be his companion and be the person that he saves the world with. I don't need to be that anymore, because I have what I want, and I have everything I wanted. And it's just like, the point of watching the series, the safety and the trust I got from that series, it's all over. I don't need it anymore, and it feels nice. The other big series, Sailor Moon. The reason I was going to talk about that one is because it's the same thing. I don't know if you've heard, but they came out with a reboot for it. About 6 months ago, 6 months to a year ago. And I loved it. I love it. It's artwork's done beautifully. Everything about it is gorgeous, and it follows the original manga. So it started off as a manga, which is like a Japanese comic book. Started off as a manga, and then it turned into a TV show almost immediately, because it got picked up so quick by the public. And the reason why but it differs so much from the comic book, the TV show does. And the reasons why it does is because of how fast they were producing. They were producing both almost simultaneously at one point. So they ended up veering extremely far apart, and only vaguely having anything to do with each other. But the new series they're doing based off of the comic book. and they're doing it solely based off the comic book, and it's brilliant. And it's just like you watch it and you're just like, it's like reading the pictures moving. It's like watching the book move, and it's gorgeous. But I've only gotten like halfway through it, and I couldn't figure out why I didn't want to finish that one either. And it's the exact same reason. I needed Sailor Moon when I needed to be something I wasn't, because it was this crybaby who wasn't perfect, who had so many faults and flaws and issues and problems, but she was still the only thing that could save this world. She was the hero she couldn't be as a human, or when she's normal. And I needed to be her. She had so many similar characteristics to me. Not to mention, like, we were both blue-eyed blondes, but like we were both crybabies. We were both afraid, and all of this stuff. And I was like, I make the perfect her. And I was like, I want to be her. I want to be a hero by night, and no one know, but I still be the most amazing thing. I have something worth living. And now that I'm older, I don't need that anymore. I don't need another persona to be everything that I don't feel I am, because I'm happy with who I am now. And it's like I wasn't before, and I was just like all of the stuff, and I was just like, I don't know. And so I was just like, I just felt like I needed to just tell someone why these series that used to mean so much to me, I mean, still do, just I can't even finish them. And I was just like, I don't even watch TV much nowadays anyway, but these series specifically, it was such a lack of confidence in myself that I found in other places, in a fantasy that I could pull myself away into, in a whole world that I could create through it. And actually, there's a whole world that I created, and some of it's based on the series. But I will tell you about that on another video, because this one's already getting kind of long, and I've gotta go pick up the roomie. Oh, not the roomie, but the bestie. Me and Brittany are hanging out again. Heck yeah. I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye. Kisses.